Good morning everyone, again from the Swift Sport Hybrid, foundering car. Starting the engine, cold start AKS Spec L version 2. So today we'll discuss what makes driving a Swift Sport or another car that has similar attributes, so being lightweight and sporty, so much fun as compared to other cars, because of course there are much more capable cars on the road. And why is that? One factor is that they just are so playful, and their playfulness, how does that come across? Well, they invite you to take each corner as fast as possible, or at least spiritedly. And also, the other thing is that next to being very playful, because they're lightweight and direct feel, the other thing is because they have reasonable horsepower, so they are quite fast, but not extremely fast, extremely powerful. And that's a benefit. And why is that a benefit? Because a car that is extremely powerful is hard to exploit. And why is that? Because on normal day-to-day driving, you will not find routes that you can exploit the car on. You need more of a track work to really exploit the chassis and also the engine's potential. So those are the main benefits. The other benefit is that if you have a car that is quite light, as this car is, you have less cost. So you have less taxes, less road taxes, but also taxes based on the gasoline that you use, because it's more frugal. You also don't have a high price to pay for your insurance, and the parts are also not that costly, because one, they don't wear and tear that much, and two, when they do wear and tear, they are not that expensive to replace. Last but not least is the nature of the Swift Sport. So what you can have is a car that is very light and also very sporty, and even more sporty so, but only expresses its power at a high RPM. So what does that mean? Only once your car has been driven for a while, so the engine is warm, you will feel the real power, and below that it's quite dead. Whereas the Swift Sport, even at low RPM, 2500 RPM, which you normally use also when you try to heat up the engine, it already offers you tremendous power, and especially the torque is very great. And then you can say, okay, I don't think the torque is that great, but if you compare it to its weight, it really offers very nice torque. Even more so in the Swift Sport Hybrid version that I'm driving here, because there you have the torquey 1.4 liter turbo engine that already displays a lot of torque at low RPM, but it's coupled to an electric engine which also excels at low RPM. So you have double the pleasure, even at very sane engine revolutions, even when you're warming up the engine. And then back to the thing, if you drive for longer distances, I think a naturally aspirated, very high revving engine can be at least as sporty and at least as pleasurable, because the naturally aspirated engine of course has the benefit that it sinks, and also you don't have all the drawbacks that a turbo engine can have, that you have a little bit more muted sound, and also that you have to take care of the turbo. But modern day turbos have a lot less trouble normally with lag and all the other stuff that the old school turbos had. And the other thing is, if you look at modern engines, all those engines are muted because of regulations. And if the regulations dictate that your car should not access more than a certain amount of noise, then I would rather do this by using a turbo, because a turbo of course mutes some noise, but then you can have a little bit less noise insulation or muffling on other ways, but you still have the benefit also of the turbo, which offers a lot more horsepower, especially more torque, better fuel economy, and a lot better drivability, also with relatively small engines. So that's how I'm sitting in this story and what I wanted to show you. Hope this helps. Have a great day. Now I would normally say foundering car out, but not today. I will say it now. Have a great day. Bye bye.